Welcome to our special draft episode for Bleav in Falcons. I'm your host, Ovie Mughelli. As always, my co-host, Michael the Burner Turner. We're here to talk about what the Falcons are going to do to make sure we don't have another mediocre, average, just annoying, frustrating, do good, do bad season that we seem to have every single year. What draft pick, Mike, are we going to get that's going to wow the people? Or what draft picks? Because it takes a village, just like my African grandfather said, it takes a village, Nigerian village, to raise a Falcons team. No one says that, but we do need help. We do need help. Like there is, maybe one guy who could change everything, but more likely it's going to be the draft picks, plural, that Terry Fontenot is able to bring to the table that can help us out. So what do the Falcons need to get back on track, buddy?
Well, man, you just threw me for a loop there. And
it's an easy question. We need to win.
No, we're not that far away from winning the division now. We don't need that much.
Have you seen the same team that I saw last year? Because
this same team you were saying Super Bowl in August.
I mean, hey. We're focusing on the future, Michael. We're not focusing on the past and what Ovie said and how he was wrong.
Okay.
We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on the future. So you say we're not that close. Why do you feel that way?
I'm saying we're not that far. I'm saying why I feel because we had an injured quarterback. Now we come to find out last year that Kirk was injured. Supposedly, that's why that was going on. How we stumbled midway through the season and to finish the season off as horrible as we did. But we're not that far. We still got Michael Penix. So our future is bright. Our future's been bright. We just got to get a piece here and there to show up the roster, and we're all good. Now the answer is not going to come at number 15.
No, it's not. That's another reason why it's terrible that we keep on finishing middle of the pack, because we get middle of the pack draft picks. Like kind of like last year with Penix. We didn't do that good last year, and to have a chance to jump up and get him, I think it was a smart move, especially since they obviously had their hang-ups with Kirk Cousins. But we can't do that every year. We can't jump and get the top 3, top 5 picks. And if we keep on being mediocre, that it goes to say that who's choosing the people that are being mediocre, and why are we not developing the guys in a way that other teams are? So that 15 pick, we need somebody to change our culture, to change everything. But can we get somebody at 15? Do we have to jump up again? Do we have the picks to even do that?
No, that's why we wait on the Kirk Cousins situation. Is anybody going to trade us for Kirk last minute right before the draft? We don't know that. There's a lot of factors here that's going into play here. And this draft is weird because it's not a very deep draft, and we don't have a lot of picks. We only have 5 picks. So we got to make these 5. Yeah, we only have 5 picks. So we got to make these 5 picks work. Yeah, and it's like first, second, we have none in the middle rounds, and then we got like a 7th and a 5th or something like that, something crazy. So we got
a first pick. I thought we gave that away.
No, we still got our first and second round picks, but we'll see. But everybody's saying edge. Everybody's saying edge off top. That's the easy answer. That's the
we say edge every single year, and then we get a quarterback. We go get wide receiver. Drake London. We got Kyle Pitts. We gonna get Bijan. Right. We've been screaming for an edge. Feels like a decade, at least half a decade, and no edge in sight. This is the year. Right. This is not the year, Falcons fans. Don't do it to yourselves. Don't get all excited.
That's why. Like this year. All right, last year you made the Michael Penix call, right?
I
wasn't there for that. I don't know how true that is.
You go look at the Bleav in Falcons special with.
I don't know how true it is.
I did it.
Okay. All right. So, but this year, I'm thinking a surprise. I'm not a wide receiver. I'm thinking wide receiver. If we get Ibuka out of Ohio State at 15, that'll be a great pick for the Falcons. That'll go alongside Drake London and Mooney, and then give Penix some more firepower, man. We could go that route if we don't go edge, because they saying there's a lot of edge rushers in this draft. So we don't necessarily have to go right now and get one right away if we believe there's a deep draft of edge rushers and linebackers.
That's what we said last year. And I do understand, not taking Jalen and watching Jalen go to the Eagles and help them win a Super Bowl. It's just like hopefully the guy that we didn't choose doesn't end up becoming a superstar, stud, 10-year, all pro, Hall of Fame. Jalen might be that guy. And Penix might be that guy. Who knows? We don't know. But Penix sat on the bench, and Jalen helped the team win a Super Bowl. And so we're always going to play, which is our job, armchair quarterback. And we have hindsight to use as 2020. But it's just hard to – you say, oh, there's a lot of guys in the draft that can help the defensive side. I want those guys to be priority. I don't want to take another pick. Frankly, I'm with the fans, with the overwhelming amount of fans, like 70+%, that say, please, for the love of God, please pick an edge rusher. And I don't care if you can get him in the second round. Pick the best edge rusher, put him on our team, and let's see if we can make sacking the quarterback a strength for the Atlanta Falcons for the first time in Everdome. I think that's where they want to go.
We also need to stop the run too, Ovie. We was getting gashed in the run last year. So
we have Grady Jarrett. Oh, we don't have Grady Jarrett anymore.
Right, we don't. Right. See, that's another dilemma. And I Bleav our guy Mike May, I got something to say if we go watch his video of who we should draft and who we should pick up. He had some interesting points earlier today on who the Falcons should draft.
The Atlanta Falcons, what do they need?
Yeah, they have 5 picks. They don't have a third, a fifth, or a sixth. They need more than anything now. They need a corner to play opposite A.J. Terrell, but more than anything, and they've been saying it's pretty obvious, they need help on the edge. I've got them taking Mike Green from Marshall, who kind of popped all year long, high production, a lot of sacks, but then he went to the Senior Bowl and showed he was a little more powerful and twitchy than people thought. I watched him in the O-line, D-line drills. I was like, wow, I'm happy I'm here to see it live because sometimes that projects easier. You can see the twitch and the power when you're 10 feet away better than you can on the tape. So got to take a Mike Green from Marshall.
I love when guys make themselves money at like a Senior Bowl or an East-West. I love that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's fair. He's not saying anything that we didn't know. He's just confirming what we already know is the truth. We do need a lot of not a lot of help, but we need some help. It's not more than one guy.
Yeah.
But I feel like they believe, like we believe, it's all about the edge. You can't change it. We got Leonard Floyd and Morgan Fox in free agency, which is going to help.
Right.
But getting Trice back and Ebiketie, I love Arnold Ebiketie. He turned it on the second half of the season. I don't know if it was good coaching or he was just playing better off of his teammates. He started like multiple sacks a game. And I'm like, this is the guy that we drafted. This is the guy we wanted. So if he can improve, we can get a young stud. I like our chances of getting back to where we need to be on the defensive side. But I don't know. What do you think about what Mike said?
I like the corner idea too. But again, what's happening to good corner when we ain't got no pass rush?
Ooh, that's true.
But I don't want a rusher who just that's all he does is just a good pass rusher. No, I need somebody who can hold that line too, set that edge and be a force in the run game and go get the quarterback. I think that's somebody we need. We need somebody, a body. We don't need a tweener. In my opinion, I don't want no tweeners. I need somebody who can set that edge and so we can run some games off him and do something special off that.
That's true. No, that's true. Man, and I know this is asking for a lot, but me and you played against some of the greatest ends ever, the greatest defensive ends to play the game. One of them was our boy John Abraham, to where even though he was on the smaller side, they didn't have to take him out for the run game. He was able to hold the line, set the edge, make sure he didn't get run all over. We need that. I remember the first time I had to block Michael Strahan. I was like, this is why the Giants win Super Bowls. I was like, I was in Baltimore. I was still a young Ovie, just happy to be there, getting my chance. And they drew it up against the Giants. Like, all right, so we're gonna run power. And Ovie, you kick out the end. The guards will come around, and then Jamal Lewis can run here. And I was like, excuse me, does the tackle want to help me a little bit? Like, let's just his left arm, and then I hit the end because if you just give him a clean rush at me, he's on the line of scrimmage, and I'm 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We're meeting in the backfield. I'm fast. I'm not that fast. They're like, oh, it's just Michael Strahan. I was like, exactly. Hall of Famer Michael Strahan. I remember like being so just nervous about this play, and then we got the goal line, and then we called it. And I'm trying. My worst little fidget was that I would tell the whole defense where the play was going because I would look directly at it. I tried to be like, right, look left, look forward. But I would look right at him. And so Mike, being the veteran he is, he's like, they're right. The fullback tells you where he's going. He's coming this way. I was like, oh, crap. So
I can hear his voice, too. I can hear Strahan's voice.
He really pinned his ears back and went straight at me. And, he about blew up the whole play. I tried to take out his knees. I felt bad, but he was already in the backfield trying to take out his knees. But that type of defensive end, I know we're not getting the 15
right.
But we want as close to a guy like that who strikes fear into the hearts of offenses across the world. Mike, I want to get into your draft story and my draft story before we get out. But before we hop into that, like the Falcons, we talk about we want defensive end, we want help for AJ. Do you think that we should give any more love to the offensive side? Or are we looking to find Kyle Pitts replacement? Are we looking to get an offensive tackle? Is now that Penix is left-handed versus right-handed, so Jake Matthews ain't really, he's not the blind side guy anymore. Should we now pay Caleb more money or get somebody to make sure they back him up that can be as good? Like, what else are the Falcons' needs for the draft?
As far as the O-line is, our O-line is pretty stout, but it's interesting that you put the left versus right. That definitely came up in the discussion. I'm pretty sure it did. So they probably look at some linemen, but the linemen are not getting no love this year in the draft. I haven't mentioned no linemen. I haven't heard anything about the offensive line, the big boys up front, the Hogs, to get anything done up there, man. That's sad, man. But everybody's talking about this edge this and edge that. So it's going to be interesting to see where everybody falls into the draft this year. So I mentioned wide receiver as a compliment to Drake London.
Yeah.
But what about a tight end to replace Kyle Pitts in the future?
What do you mean replace Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts is going to have his Pro Bowl year this year. He's going to go off Michael Turner, and he's going to be the guy that we hope so. I don't know what Kyle Pitts is going to do. I think Kyle Pitts is the only person who knows what Kyle Pitts is going to do. I saw him on a couple of podcasts doing some media, and he seemed really relaxed. I don't know if it was Cam Newton's or somebody's, or it was Ryan Clark. It was somewhere where I didn't expect him. And I saw Kyle Pitts be the most just loose that I've seen him, because it's got to get to you with everyone, all the talking heads saying, what is he doing? When's he going to get good? Like, this guy's a bust. Like, I don't think anyone wants that B word, bust, associated with your name, but they've been using it for him all over the place. And I know guys who are in the NFL who weren't busts, but because of that negative media attention, it got to him. You can't let it get to you. But he seemed like he just let it roll off his back. All that noise, he was just having a good time. So if he takes that attitude and really is just saying, you know what, it's me against the world. This is my year. It's contract year. It's do or die. Let's go. I want to see what a Kyle Pitts backed against the wall actually looks like. I think he's going to be scary, especially with a quarterback now that hopefully, for the whole season, he can show that I can get Kyle Pitts the ball. Kyle believes in him. He believes in Kyle. That chemistry is there. And good things can happen. That's what I'm hoping. So we'll see. Maybe now we got a replacement.
I still got high hopes for Kyle, man.
Me too.
I don't think he forgot how to play football. So.
Exactly. Speaking of not forgetting how to play football, Kirk Cousins, are they going to trade him before the draft, after the draft? Because we're not keeping $100 million guaranteed backup quarterback to sit the bench. It doesn't make any financial sense, even though that's what we've all been playing and that's the talk. And I understand for politics reasons, you got to, play that game. I think Kirk even showed up for voluntary workouts, which is interesting. I wouldn't if I had $100 million guaranteed, but
right. And he's not starting quarterback.
So. And he's not starting quarterback. That's insane.
Right. So yeah, that's why I think it was all for show. I think he knows he's getting traded. I think he's going to get traded after the draft, more likely, because I don't think. The draft tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Wow,
it's tomorrow, right? Well, I mean, they post this either tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? Draft's on Thursday. Draft's on Thursday, and we're gonna do. I got a chance to meet the OC, the DC, and the special teams coordinator did an event with Wells Fargo Chalk Talk in the locker room. It was actually pretty cool. A cool event for them and for us. But I got to hear all the coordinators talk, and I went up and pounced on them. I was like, "Come on the podcast! Come on the podcast! Please come on the podcast!" And they all said yes. So now we got to hold them to it. So I texted them all. Let's talk after. I'm not sure you're busy right now, so we'll hopefully get a chance to go over with all the coordinators their picks, their thoughts on the season, and what they're looking at. But before we get out of here, man, I want to hear your draft story, Michael Turner, because I know we get asked all the time around this time of year. We tell our stories, but there are some people who don't know the Michael Turner draft story. They don't know about how you were probably sitting, in New York waiting to go first round.
New York.
Excited, like they're going to call my name, and you want to hug Mark Goodell, and they don't know the story, man. So tell them about the Michael Turner draft story. It's going to be a lifetime special sometime.
It definitely can be. But no, man. I overall I really hated my draft experience overall.
Really?
Too. Yeah. Like coming out, saying I was hearing, everybody hypes you up. You're going late first round, second round, maybe third round, blah blah blah. Yeah, everybody hypes you up. Everybody's, massaging your shoulders. You the champ. You're
the champ, Mike. Come on, killer. Let's go. Killer.
Nobody got you. Nobody got you, man. You the best. You the best. And, but I always had a feeling that I wasn't gonna go first round. My family was having a big party back in my hometown, and I was telling my mom, I was like,
"What's your hometown?"
North Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, back in North Chicago. So
the chai.
Yeah. So we was party, but I was lucky to have the party. Like it's no guarantee I'm going first day. So back then it was just 2 days. Yeah. So I was like, it's no guarantee I'm going first day. That's three rounds back then. Like, I don't know, man. I got a feeling my name's not gonna get called first day, even though all the hype was there, whatever. But I wasn't feeling the love like everybody else was getting, as far as the other running backs.
So Michael Turner didn't think Michael Turner was going first round?
Correct.
Correct. Okay. All right.
Correct.
So what happened?
Off feeding other people. Michael Turner felt like he should have won first round. Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But
talk that stuff, Mike.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? But it's just the feeling around draft. How secretive the draft is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's holding their cards close to their shoulder, close to their chest, not letting them know who's going to go where. But as you know, the names get called. More running backs. I got about 9 running backs drafted ahead of me. And
9 running backs.
No, that's a lot of running backs. I'm like,
what I did?
5th round.
You're probably as petty as I am. So I went and after my 10-year 2-time All-Pro Pro Bowl career, I went and saw all the running backs that drafted ahead of me, and I just looked at the careers, like nice guys, but I'm just like, yeah, I'm right. I'm the best in the draft.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm the best in the draft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and look at the draft. I was 2003. You're 2004, right?
2004. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
only one who got drafted ahead of me that can say
it's better.
No.
He's absolutely not. Again, I'm Michael Turner.
Who had better numbers?
Okay. All right.
Than me was Stephen Jackson.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give you that.
Right,
numbers, right. I do think you're better than Stephen Jackson, and yeah, I'm biased, but I think you.
I said the bench for 4 years. So imagine if I started.
Hello, Michael.
Give me 2 more years.
Back to your story. So you're watching the draft. It's first round's gone by.
First day goes by.
Your first day goes by. You're with your family and your friends. You said it was a big party. So everyone just keep on looking at you and patting your shoulder and saying, "You're all right, champ. You're all right, killer. They won't get you."
No, So it was, everybody ended up sad the first day, but everybody was like keeping me up in spirits. That's why I love my family, because it kept me up in spirits, because they was like, this celebration is not about what pick I'm going to be. It's like celebration you period this whole weekend. Like you getting drafted at some point. So that's how we all looked at it. But I was still pissed, boy. And I was pissed the next day. So the next day goes like each round going right. So now it's 3rd round. Okay, all right. 4th round. Okay, all right.
4th round. You like, all right, guys, time out.
4th round.
Who's playing the joke?
That's right.
Yeah, come on, Ashton Kutcher.
Fourth round, I was all right. That's my time. 4th round goes. I didn't get picked in the 4th round.
That's crazy.
Okay, 5th round coming up. Okay. Now I'm getting like into the middle, like the middle of the 5th. So I'm like, now it's like a little nervous. It's now like, all right, these teams necessarily don't need running backs now. It's like, where am I going? San Diego is on the phone. I'm like, shit. I'm like, why y'all picking me? Like,
Well, teams there.
Like, right, okay, I got a shot to compete. Yeah,
you got a chance to compete.
Yeah. So I was pissed. Like my family see my name on the TV, gets called. Everybody's cheering. I'm ready to hang up.
Ooh.
I'm that mad. I was that pissed. So yeah, my draft day was the start of my draft experience was the start of having that chip on my shoulder. No, it really wasn't that it started. It started before that, but that was really when I got to the NFL. It was really the chip was really there now because this is it. It was nothing else to prove. Now it's the best of the best. Now this is my time to show what I got. Put up or shut up.
I love it. You know what's funny? I never knew that story in that detail. I knew pieces of that story, but that's interesting. I'm sure the fans are gonna love that. My story, I'll be quick so we can get out of here. Oh man, I'm a fullback, Mike, and no one cares about fullbacks. Like literally nobody cares about fullback. I thought at a point I was just like, just making stuff up and being over dramatic and crying, but no one cares. I say no one. The vast majority of people don't.
Right. No one cares.
My mama cares. Like 8 fullback super fans out there, and every other month a Kroger.
Right.
So like,
Lorenzo Neal kid.
Haley, are you the fullback? I'm like, yes. Like, oh my gosh, I love you. I'm a fullback. Like, those are the guys who like appreciate me. The guys who were fullbacks in high school or whatever college. But for the majority, no one cares about fullbacks. So when I was trying to even get recognized in the draft, coming from Wake Forest, they didn't know who I was. I had to ball out at the Senior Bowl. I had to go crazy. I think I was like the number 1 or number 2 on every category at the combine, except for the 40-yard dash and except for the bench press. Those 2 things. I got big legs, but I got little arms. I got too long, and so my bench press was embarrassing. It was like 18, 19, like what DBs were doing 18, 19. And I was like, oh, God, I'm struggling at 18. And they're all laughing at me. The draft came, and I had the great Todd France before he became like, big time Todd France doing Grady's contract and all types of stuff. I was a gold star on Todd's resume because, when we get to Atlanta, we may be the highest paid fullback. He was like, if I can do this for a fullback, imagine what I can do for a real position. I can do real stuff. But anyways, Todd was telling me, hey, Ovie, you're a fullback. You did a great job. You're now number 1 fullback by USA Today going to the draft. I'm like, and I should be because I
and I should be.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but no fullback has ever gone first round, ever. And so I was excited about saying a second round. It's a mid to late second round. I'm like, yo. And like you probably were before you saw yourself fall down. Look at the signing bonuses. I'm Wake Forest. Like we didn't get paid on the table like the Georgia guys and the Clemson guys, Alabama. We didn't get paid on the table. I was begging for like candy bars at the student like lounge. Like, hey, I got a candy bar. I play on the Wake Forest team. And Deacon's like, Are you Tim Duncan? Are you Chris Paul? Are you basketball? No. I'm like, okay, well, all right. I just want a candy bar. So I didn't get paid nothing, zero. So the chance to get like $500,000, $800,000 to a second round pick, I'm like, yo, this is great. He said, but things might happen. You might go 3rd round. Worst case scenario, late 3rd round. But I mean, all these teams need fullbacks.
Everybody, right?
The Falcons,
juice, man. It's the pre-draft juice, man. Everybody's getting the hype. Everybody's getting picked up high,
man. But I knew better to have any type of big party. I didn't want nobody that didn't have the last name Mughelli at my house. Then the news station was like, hey, can we come? No. The radio, can we come? No. News, can we come? No. I don't want anybody here to watch because I'm like, the way that my life works, I'll probably get excited. My agent tells me one thing, I'll believe it. I've seen those videos where they have the big parties and the cameras are in their face and they watch their face just melt and slowly turn into disgust. I was like, that's not gonna be me. At least it's gonna be like just my family watching me, melt and be disappointed. So, like you, first round goes by. I'm like, all right, cool. I expect to get first round. Second round goes by, and I see the team that interviewed me, that wanted me, pick somebody else. Again, I'm number one fullback, but 2 or 3 different categories. Number one fullback, best fullback in the world, me, by myself. So the Bengals choose a fullback. I'm like, okay, I know the guy, good guy, not me. All right, whatever. The Jets need a fullback. I know they need a fullback. Oh, they choose BJ Askew. I'm like, he's not even a real fullback. He's like a fat tailback. Whatever, right? What the hell? Okay, cool. Do what you do. I was like, I'm definitely going to Atlanta because Atlanta needs a fullback. And they talked to me. Work done's like this small, and so he needs a big fullback. Justin Griffin. I said, Justin mother-loving Griffin. Are you serious? This guy's like 225 pounds. I'm 255. I'm a fullback's fullback. What do you mean? I was hot, Mike. And so the second round, the third round, the fourth round, so I had to wait like you to the second day. I remember this like it was yesterday. After the first round was done, I had this sad walk down Mueller Drive in my neighborhood. And I just walked around with my headphones on, and like the rage, Mike, the rage was building. The chip on your shoulder you talked about. Yeah. I was like, you're right. The audacity to not pick me. I just walked around like shaking my head. Michael. That they could choose to purposely not choose me. Right. I was hot. And so the fourth round came the second day. I don't know how I went ahead of you. Somehow I got drafted ahead of you. The fourth round came.
I was the next draft. I wasn't in your draft. I was the next draft. Oh, you talking about in
fifth round, though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how they waited to fifth round. You you must have been really pissed because you're a tailback.
Yeah.
So at fullback, like fourth round, I'm like, come on, guys. Like you took those bums and good guys, good careers, not as good as mine, but good careers. I was just like, okay, so I am sitting here, and you guys have seen my work. You've seen me decimate linebackers at Florida State. You've seen me take out linebackers at Clemson. You've seen me go against the best of the best, even at the Senior Bowl. Ohio State linebackers, Matt Wilhelm, remember him was his name because he called me
my teammate.
Yeah, that was your teammate?
Yeah.
Matt Wilhelm. He was Ohio State. He called me out. I called his butt back out. And I whooped him every single time. I mushed his head in the ground. If you watch this, Matt, nice guy, but I won that completely. But so I was just dominating. I was like, you guys know I'm the best. Why y'all picking me, not picking me? The second to last pick of the fourth round. At this point, I'm done. I'm just like, just like I got scared. Like, are they not going to draft me? Did I say something wrong?
Right.
They find, what they find? Some skeletons in my closet? Somebody make up something about me? What's going on? And they call me, and I pick up my little yellow beige phone that we have, and my mom answers. She's like, "Honey, it's for you." I said, "Hello. Oh, this is Ozzie Newsome for the Baltimore Ravens. We wanted to know if you wanted to be a Raven." I said, "Sir, I want to be anywhere where I can show people I'm the best to ever do it." He's like, "That's what attitude I like." I wasn't like really smiling. I was kind of like smiling and like just relief because I didn't want to go undrafted. I just wanted to go somewhere and then start. But kind of like you, once you realize it was the Chargers, you're like, "What the heck?" I went to a team, Michael, that already had not one, 2 fullbacks. I was a third string fullback. I went to Baltimore Ravens, and I had to go against that crazy defense. I was a third string fullback. Teams don't even have one fullback.
Right.
So like, why would you draft me and not even give me a chance to make the team? So the whole training camp, I'm sitting here sweating bullets, not feeling comfortable at all, knowing after seeing Alan Ricard and Harold Morrow, again, great, they weren't me. But like I'm like, I know I'm better than these guys, but like they have the seniority and they're getting the reps, and it was just my draft experience. I was just happy to get in there because once I got in there, I locked in and I was just mad the whole time. So that's my draft story. 2 lifetime stories. Lifetime, if you're watching, I'm sure you are. Make sure you call us and we'll give you a good rate. So that's it, Mike. Anything else you want to leave the people with regarding our draft special?
I was say I'm grateful that I got drafted, though. I'm grateful.
Yes. I'm thankful I got drafted. It worked out.
After all that, yeah. I'm still pissed, but I'm grateful at the same time. You know?
Oh yeah. No, it's funny because we sit here and we joke and we laugh, but people dream about getting drafted. I heard some of these, the undrafted free agent stories. Man, it's a grind. Guys going to NFL Europe, guys playing in arena ball, guys trying to just get into a camp. Man, it's tough. So as much as we moan and complain and joke, like it was a privilege to play in the NFL. It's something that I don't know about you, but I never thought in middle school, high school that I'd play in the league, much less last almost a decade. So it was a fun ride, and it's exciting to watch these guys. I don't know. I feel like I'm an old man now. I don't feel like these guys appreciate it like we used to.
Yeah, right.
Back in my day, we used to appreciate getting drafted, even though we just talk about trash here. Back in my day, these young guys with their little TikTok dances and they all types of, they parties and they girlfriends, they kiss, and they doing too much. I don't feel like the reverence of getting drafted and starting the journey to NFL is there the way it should be. But I could be wrong. I got gray in my beard now. I'm starting to not understand what the times are, but it is a chance for their lives to be changed and that them and their families. So hopefully they enjoy it.
Yeah. So that's what I look forward to tomorrow, to seeing all the people when their names get called, how the family and everybody embrace everybody, just hug and joy and tears coming out for some of these guys. And because you know the feeling. I know I imagine the feeling to being drafted first round. I know the feeling how not to be drafted.
Yeah, we both know the feeling of what it feels like not being drafted first round. Man, I would love to walk to that stage, to hug Roger Goodell, up there with the hat on. It looks like fun.
Right.
Look, maybe our children will be able to.
Right.
Because we will not be able to do that. It's a thing that if I can go back in time, I wouldn't change anything because it all led me to here.
Right. Don't change nothing. Don't change nothing. We here now. We here. We Bleav in Falcons. We here. We Bleav in Falcons. We here. We did 1-2 punch here. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Landing us both in Atlanta.
Yeah. ATL, shouty. In town down. Yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in this episode. Hopefully the draft gives us a lot to talk about in our next show. So we'll stay tuned for the Falcons to make the right decision, which is edge this year.
I don't know.
I do know. Don't get distracted. Just choose the best edge rusher, and then we'll go from there.